Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hello. And today we're going to be talking about how to write a real hook. And you might be thinking, I know what a hook is. You're probably scrolling on Instagram Reels, seeing people talking about visual hooks or how to write a hook, like, oh, you gotta be energetic, or like you need a camera shot like this, like that, you need editing like this, like that. Go buy my course, DM me a course, and I'll send it to you. No, that's not the type of hook I'm talking about. I'm talking about a real hook that doesn't that's purpose isn't only for people to keep watching. And you're probably thinking, the whole point of a hook is to get people to keep watching. Yes, but that's not the only thing a hook does. A hook also gets people, also filters out uninterested people. Because let's say, for a VSL, you need, let's say there are 10 people that watch the video. If you have a quote unquote good hook, then 9 of them will continue watching, but not all 9 of them, but not all 10 of them are qualified. Maybe you're targeting, let's say, these type of people. 5 of them aren't even this type of people. So it ends up being probably just 1 or 2 people watching the video and then being like, "Oh, I'm probably going to buy this." While if you're writing an actually good hook, you might only have 6 or 7 people that continue watching. But those 6 or 7 people are all qualified customers. They're qualified. They're the type of people that you want, the type of people that will buy. So there's a much higher chance that they will buy. So probably 3 or 4 of them will actually buy your course. That's what a good hook actually does. It's not just about getting more people to keep watching the video. It's getting the right people to keep watching the video. Anyways, that distinction over. If you didn't watch the last video of me writing a testimonial, this is what we came up with. And we're going to continue this because I am too lazy to think of another scenario, right? And so, if you didn't watch that video, you should go watch it back. But basically, we tackled dream lives, pain points, and we have this imaginary scenario. We're going to try and sell a dropshipping course around $1,000 cost as an established creator. So, before we get any further, please be reminded that this is a hook for VSLs only. I'm sure visual hooks and being energetic will work for maybe Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts or a YouTube video, but not. But for a VSL, I'm going to be telling you how to actually write one. So, this is the testimonial that we have. But what's you might be thinking right now, what's the difference between a hook and an intro? Well, a hook is going to be shorter, and it's the first 2 lines of an actual video. The hook is part of the intro. So the intro will go something like hook. It will go hook, then the actual introduction, then target pain points, and then transition, right? So the hook is the first thing that you say. Let's, as a really, really quick example, just probably, um, 20% of 20% of business owners are 20% of the um, highest paid entrepreneurs are dropshippers right now. Hi, and you're missing out on an era that will never come again. Hi, I'm Quinto, and I've been a dropshipper for over 5 years, and I've taken over 500 customers to over 10,000 a month, and collectively my clients have made over $1 billion so far. And even though they they started out ambitious, and they hated and and most of them have tried things that aren't reliable and risky and trendy. But most of them, they hated hearing their parents rant about work. So including Brett's, which and then the testimonial, right? That was a really bad intro. I just came up with that on the fly, but that's the type of structure that we're supposed to have, right? Today we're not talking about intros. Today we're only going to be talking about hooks. Hooks. So the first type of hook, and the one that I used just now, is a statistical hook, right? So the statistical hook I did was 20% of the highest paid entrepreneurs are dropshippers. This is completely fake. I am sorry. Another more believable statistic would be like 75% of dropshippers make it past 10K per month in the first 6 months, right? Or maybe, or maybe I've made a course. Uh, this course takes advantage. Actually, no. Maybe something like 90% of my students have taken advan have taken advantage of my course to successfully quit their jobs. Something like this, right? Something with a number, sometimes more than one number. That's what you call statistic. Then there's the motivational ones. This is the type of shit I like to call the David Goggins. It's like so instead of target pain points being back, you start with the pain point. You hit them. Once they click on the video, you hit them right in their soul. And let's say they want to get out of the ordinary. Ordinary. I know being ordinary is comfortable, but I also know you want to be extraordinary. Something like that. But then the final hook I like is kind of like a dream hook, right? It's like if you want to I've got if you want to retire your parents. If you want to retire your parents in 3 months, keep watching. Or have you tried dropshipping before? Well, you've done it wrong. If you've done it wrong, I'm going to show you how you can get Instagram worthy results in this video. Something more positive, more like a dream. This is more, you hit them in their soul, right? This is like giving them hope. The dream hook and the statistical hook are my favorites. A motivational hook is kind of, if you're doing something like a physical training coaching program, like a gym coaching program, that might work. That might work better than the other hooks. But normally people who get into entrepreneurship, they like seeing numbers and they like dreaming, right? So for this dropshipping course, let's see what we have: the dream lives, the pain points, and let's see what we have. So we want people that are willing to double down on a dropshipping course, right? And we want people that are hard ambitious and interested in business. They have to be really interested in business, so they're probably like this is like their last straw, right? You have to take advantage of that. So it's like it's their last straw because if it's not your last straw, you're probably not paying $1,000 for a dropshipping course. You're ready to risk everything and aiming for a lot, aiming for a big return, right? So this is going to be the main thing, the main crux of the hook. Let's add ambitious, hardworking, stuff like that, right? So we have to incorporate riskiness and success. So and right here we see one of their pain points is hates things that aren't reliable. We're going to take advantage of this. We're going to be writing kind of a dream hook, kind of a motivational hook. So we're going to start with you always hear hard work pays off, but you've worked your ass off and it hasn't. Well, so this is the motivational part. This is kind of hitting them in their soul. And then the second line is going to be, well, I know, well, if you think you've tried everything, then you're wrong. You still haven't tried the most reliable and the most reliable drop shipping method of all time. You work, you get paid. It's as simple as that. And we're going to edit this a bit. First we have to reference that the course is actually ours or our clients. So you're wrong, slow and try to rush of all time. You got as simple as you work, you get paid. It's as simple as that. The harder you work with my method, the more you get paid. It's as simple as that. Again, we're not trying to target people who don't want to work hard. So some people, they might go to dropshipping because they think, oh, it's an easy money making method. I can make money without putting in much work. No, we're targeting people who are ready to risk everything. They want to build the next fucking, I don't know, Lululemon or something. They want, or I don't know, they want to work hard. They're willing to work hard to make a bank. So you always hear hard work pays off, but you've worked your ass off and it hasn't. Well, if you think you've tried everything, you're wrong. You still haven't tried the most reliable drop shipping method of all time. The harder you work with my method, the more you get paid. It's as simple as that. And then it goes, hi, I'm blah blah blah. Right. So this is how a real hook for a VSL is actually written. Normally it's about 2 sentences, but with this one I added a sentence here. If you remove the sentence, this doesn't hit as hard, so I think 3 sentences is worthy. It's around 2 to 3 sentences for the hook, but for the intro, it should take about around a quarter of the intro. So that's how you write a hook. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below or go to our website, donvsls.com. And yep, that's about it. If you're subscribed, like, comment, and stay tuned for the next episode. Goodbye.